Hey everyone, Dad Jokes Pwn here, back for another video. Welcome back, and you've probably figured out what we'll be doing today. My second Limit Broken Gilgamesh is now finished, so we'll be getting that out and seeing if we can't roll a sweet second passive on him. So, first of all, let's head over. Still sitting at 6.9 E damage, not surprisingly, we haven't really done anything with him yet. Let's head over first to Destiny Island and hurt myself dramatically by pumping a ton of fruit into him, divine fruit that is, and max out his talents. And we'll see where we end up beyond that 6.9 E. I would definitely anticipate this being a pretty ridiculously strong unit by the time we're done today. So there goes another 80 divine fruit. You hate to see it, but you do love to see 10 E damage before we get that second passive. Can't complain about that at all. Essentially, our goal for today is to see how much we can grow our DPC, which is currently resting at 18.2 E. So not terrible at all. Let's head into the time chamber. And I do want to quickly apologize for the lack of content here lately. There just hasn't really been a heck of a lot to talk about with how much longer the new incubator system takes to max out your levels and everything. It's basically slowed me down quite a bit, unfortunately. I've also spent a pretty considerable amount of time still doing rolls, trying to get additional Kaidos and additional Direb divines. Unfortunately, I haven't had any luck whatsoever with any additional divines. And there is news on that front, which I'll get to a little bit later in the video, but let's go ahead and try not to get too sidetracked here. Obviously, I don't want to roll off that ghostly. I would cry. And I don't really want to burn 30 raid shards per roll. I have been able to save up 198 reroll tokens, literally just from my gifts daily. Haven't bought any at all. So hopefully with this we can manage to roll ourselves up a really solid second passive. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to get going, and I'll bring you guys back when something good happens. Hopefully that happens soon. Okay, so we've done 14 rolls and managed to pull a giant for the second passive. Uh, Actually works out kind of nicely in that uh, obviously the slow effect from giant is going to be offset by the ghostly passive. So won't need to worry about it being a slow poke at all. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the unit and the damage look like. I'm anticipating it looking pretty dang cool, for the simple fact that it's 14 E damage. Wow, that's a pretty considerable bump. So we started out at 6.9 E, and by the time we were done, we more than doubled that, literally. Um, Man, it's just ridiculous how much additional power you get out of these limit broken divine units. It really isn't fair at all. Kind of ridiculous. And just the passive itself, after bumping those divine fruit into the talents, took it from 10 E to 14 E. So 4 E difference just from that. That's pretty absurd. So looking at my team roster here, I gotta say, probably gonna have to pull out this Father Killer for the simple fact that Tactical 2, or excuse me, Tactical 3, sorry, is gonna actually make these units be doing 14 E damage, whereas just the Giant and Tank, it's just static, set at that 11 E. So I do believe I'll have to pull out this Father Killer. Maybe at some point I can spend a little time and do some more rolls on her. See if we can't get something really, really extra sweet and make it viable again. We could also consider doing that on Skeleking. That would probably be a good investment for some of these reroll tokens. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get this equipped and take a quick look. So that bumped us from 18.2E to 18.9E, so a 0.7 E DPC difference. That should be pretty significant. Certainly. Let's head over. You can see I have my alt over here. I'll go ahead and pull him out of here, out of the way really quickly, just to avoid all that extra distraction. And just take a really quick look and see what difference this ends up making. Holy cow. I don't know if you guys are able to see this very well, but Gilgamesh is just absolutely cranking out the swings here on this poor boss. We're doing a little over 700 E DPS at the moment, and Gilgamesh is just putting the work in. I mean, it's not surprising. Ghostly does, in fact, speed up your attack swing, and of course he has the fully maxed out talents for attack speed. Oh wow, we're sitting over 800 DPS. So we averaged 747. A little surprised by that since we were sitting so high. Let's maybe do that one last time here. But either way, that's definitely gonna help out a lot. Wow, we're almost at we were over 900 E there for a little while. We still are. That's pretty sweet. Whole heck of a lot of damage, guys. This is gonna help us out a lot. Previously, I mentioned something in terms of some help in terms of getting additional Direb divines, or well, really any unit at this stage. But Direb actually announced that he is planning to throw an additional +5 luck event in for the 24-hour period right before the event. So that's going to be pretty sweet. There's also a vote right now for the weekend event, which is kind of being billed as a part 2 for the anniversary event, and we'll actually see 3 +5 bonuses for the weekend. Now, there will be no overlapping between the Direb +5 just straight luck event. That's going to kick in tomorrow, Friday, the June 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That will expire when the actual event kicks in. But either way, it's looking like we're going to have, at least as far as the votes are showing right now, it looks like we should have a 5 times XP +5 luck, as well as a +5 time event running. So another huge opportunity to pull a lot of units, get a lot of XP, and level up. We can probably assume that there will be another level cap increase, presumably to 335. So be prepared for that, guys. Again, this game is all about the gameplay loop and being prepared for the next cycle of that loop. So you always want to try to be max level before the next update. So basically you have 2 weeks in between each major update to be level capped and ready for the next go around, essentially. So that is the plan there. Let's quickly go ahead and go showcase this unit just by himself. We were able to crank out 800 E DPS on average there. That's pretty sweet. Gonna be pretty sick next time we have like a 6 times damage event or something stupid like that. Um, head over here. We know better than try the mini boss at this point with these units. It's pretty pointless. But we will go ahead and throw True Golden King in here. Gotta say, pretty dang happy with this unit. While the base damage obviously isn't as high as our solid gold unit, obviously because solid gold is 75% damage and ghostly is only 50%. The ridiculous increase to the attack swing basically helps make up for that DPS difference, and it makes it a pretty dang good unit. Maybe at some point I'll roll and see if we can get a second mythical on one or both of those two units. But for right now, I feel pretty good having done 14 rolls and still have plenty to use for other units. Preferably a limit broken divine Kaido, or even better than that, a limit broken divine Direb. I am obviously still holding out hope for snagging one or the other of those two, um, and making another limit break unit. But for right now, let's go ahead and get the effects going and start attacking. Oh man. And again, we'll check out the... He just swings so fast. That's so ridiculous. Doing 2.8 E DPC by himself. These swings are 35 E and swinging extremely quickly. It's kind of preposterous. Tons of ultimate damage there. And of course his crits are 70 E because it's doubled the regular swing. So really pleased with that. And just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and throw on all of the strongest units and let that finish dying. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me. I definitely appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me in growing a YouTube channel. Hit that like button. And as always, I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.